Okay, so let's continue to Minkowski space. So in this module we are going to discuss about geometrical interpretation of Lorentz transformation in Minkowski space. So we are going to discuss about what does Lorentz transformation interpret, or how they are geometrically interpreted in Minkowski space. But before that, we must know what is Lorentz invariance. What are the quantities which are Lorentz invariant? So, Lorentz invariant quantities are those which do not vary under Lorentz transformation. So, all those quantities which do not vary under Lorentz transformation are known as Lorentz invariant quantities. So let's take one example. So let's consider the quantity r square minus c square t square. Here r represents position of any particle at any time t. So if we consider any particle in a frame of reference and its position is governed by, and the quantity r square minus c square t square is calculated, and here r is representing the position of the particle and t is representing the time. So you can say that any time r is equal to xi I cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. So in S frame of reference, which was a stationary frame of reference, this quantity will be equivalent to what? R square will be equal to x square plus y square plus z square, and this quantity will be equal to x square plus y square plus z square minus c square t square. The same quantity in S prime frame of reference, which is the moving frame of reference, which is moving with respect to S frame with a velocity v in positive x direction. So here this quantity r will become r prime in S prime frame and t will become t prime in the S prime frame of reference. But c is going to remain same according to second postulate of special theory of relativity, that speed of light is going to remain same in all the inertial frames of references. So here r prime square minus c square t prime square will be equal to what? R prime square in S prime frame will be equal to x prime square plus y prime square plus z prime square and minus this quantity c square t prime square. Clear? So let us now check whether these two quantities are equal or not. So if these quantities are equal, then the quantity r square minus c square t square will be Lorentz invariant. If these quantities are not equal, then they will not be Lorentz invariant. That means they will vary under Lorentz transformation. So as we know from Lorentz transformation that x prime is equal to gamma x minus vt, y prime is equal to y, z prime is equal to z, t prime is equal to gamma into t minus xv over c square. Here gamma is what? 1 upon under root 1 minus v square over c square. Always remember that gamma is equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus v square over c square. Also this quantity v square v by c many a time we will denote it by beta. This quantity v by c may be denoted by beta. So this gamma will become what? equal to under root 1 upon under root one minus beta square. So don't be confused with the representation of transformation equation. They may either be written in the simplest form, that x prime will be equal to gamma x minus vt, that is already written here, or either they can be represented in the beta form also, x prime will be equal to x minus vt upon under root of 1 minus beta square, or also it can be written in its more complex form where we can give the value of beta also. So do not be confused with the various representation of Lorentz transformation equations. So as you know, the values of x prime, y prime, z prime and t prime, we are going to substitute these values into the value of r prime square minus c square t prime square. So let's substitute these values here. As you know, the value of r prime is equal to what? X prime square plus y prime square plus z prime square, take it as z, minus c square t prime square. So if this quantity is Lorentz invariant, then this term will be equal to what? X prime square, this quantity will be equal to x square plus y square plus z square minus c square t square. Okay, so let's substitute the value of x prime, y prime, z prime and t prime. So substituting the value of x prime, it is gamma, and x, as there is square, so I am writing square, gamma square into x minus vt square. You may also try it. Just keep a pen and paper with you and try it on your own. Gamma square, as you know, y prime is equal to y. There is no change in lateral component of coordinates of the particle. Similarly, z prime will be equal to z square minus c square, and what will be the value of t prime square? It will be gamma square into t minus xv over c square. So just opening up the square term, gamma square, I'm considering only the first and the last term, as y square and z square is going to remain same. Just opening up the square, x square plus v square t square minus 2x vt. I'm just considering the last term, and please take y square plus z square also in addition to it. quantity will be t square plus also consider square here, x square v square upon c4 minus 2x vt, as there is no space here, so please consider it x. I'm also telling you what this term is, 2x vt over c square. Just substitute these values and cancel out the terms. As you know, here if we take gamma square in common in both these terms, so taking gamma square common among both the terms, we will get x square minus plus v square t square minus 2x vt and the term from the other term, taking gamma square common, we will get minus of c square t square minus x square v square over c square plus 2x vt. So here the term 2x vt and minus 2x vt and plus 2x vt will got cancelled out, and the remaining terms will which will be left will be gamma square into taking x square common here from this term and this term, we will get gamma square into taking x square common, x square into 1 minus v square over c square, and taking t square c square t square common from the other two equation minus c square t square common from the other two terms, we will get c square t square into 1 minus v square over c square. So as we know that gamma square is nothing but 1 upon under root of 1 minus v square over c square. As you know, gamma is 1 upon under root of 1 minus v square over c square, and gamma square will be 1 upon 1 minus v square over c square. So gamma square will be cancelled out by the term 1 minus v square by c square, and we will be left with x square minus c square t square. So also in addition to these there were two terms, plus y square plus z square. So this term will completely become equivalent to x square plus y square plus z square minus c square t square. So this quantity has become equal to x square plus y square plus z square minus c square t square. So this quantity is Lorentz invariant. Always remember that r square minus c square t square is Lorentz invariant quantity. So there are other quantities as well which remain Lorentz invariant. So what are those quantities which remain Lorentz invariant? You will have to find out whether, so I'm giving you an assignment or you can take it as a homework. You will have to calculate whether these quantities are Lorentz invariant or not. Okay, so first of all, the quantity charge, total charge, whether it is Lorentz invariant or not. Next quantity is E square minus C square B square. Whether this quantity is Lorentz invariant or not. And also you have to find out which quantities are Lorentz invariant.